Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with StewiejP. I'm Stewie and this is a replay sent to me by TimBob from What University, Southeast Asia clan. Sir Havoc's brand, if you like. Sir Havoc's clan on our server, on the Southeast Asian server. And he's driving a tank which looks pretty awesome. I've got one, I haven't really played many games in it. It's the T-54 Mod 1, or the T-54 first prototype. He's spawned on the north side of Cliff. And you can see he's running the speed governor thing, remove speed governor, which gives you 10% more engine power, but it can damage the engine if you use it too much. I've never used one of those, so I've always wondered if they're good. I have noticed playing this tank that this can be a slow tank, but it bounces a lot of damage. It's got really good armour for a medium tank, and it's got a pretty punchy gun. And when you're in this kind of situation, when you're top tier, your 250 damage per shot gun can really dish out some damage. And you're about to see that in this replay. This is a massive game from TimBob. Tries to shoot the top off the IS-3. Really going to have much luck there. Even scores. They've both lost to tier 6, so it's still a pretty even game. That IS-3's copping a bit of a flogging just ahead, and TimBob's picking up the spotting damage. And he decides he's going to be the first one on the dance floor. He's going to be the first one to move into that little bowl area here, which he's got all these tanks to back him up, so it's a good, smart move. He's got all those tanks behind him that can shoot whatever he spots if he gets in trouble, or if the enemy push on him. Looking at the map, the enemy do seem to be a bit in all the usual spots, you know, around here. It looks like they've got the main force down here, a couple of heavies pushing around, a couple of camping back at the back. Tim's moved into a good position here where he can get side shots on these heavy tanks. He puts a shot into the T-34, the tier 8 premium American heavy tank. And he wants to get rid of that pesky scout up the top. He just misses it, that shot. I don't know, if you had have aimed it for a bit longer, I don't know if that would have went in or not. You've got to take those shots. Looking at the T-34 again, I think he just fired, so he can safely take that shot. Got a very long reload, the T-34. It's one of my first tier 8 premium tanks that I bought. But it does punch out some massive damage. He just fires again, that T-34, so TimBob's going to put a shot into his side. And if you can still see him, he should be able to get another shot off before the T-34 is reloaded. But he's parked himself behind that house. Haven't seen that IS-3 for a while. The IS-3 that was on the 1-2 line might be pushing up towards him. I'm not quite sure. But TimBob sees the side of a T-29 and thinks, I'll have that. Thank you very much. That's money for jam. He's already racked up 1,500 damage with only a few minutes into the game. But look at the mini-map there. Heavy tanks are pushing around the water side on the eastern side of the map. There's a clutch shot into the J Panther, but wasn't lucky enough to hit it. But don't worry, he's going to hit plenty more shots soon. Just gets one on the top of the J Panther, which takes him down to 350 hit points. Get another shot in. Unlucky, bit of RNG there. It dives low and hits the ground. That T-34 still being very ginger and not really pushing out, and I don't blame him. He's only got 60 hit points. But all of a sudden the other flank has collapsed. Losing 2 to 5. TimBob's at full health and he's got a tank that isn't too bad in the armour department, so he's pushing forward. Wants to get rid of that J Panther. Unlucky not to take him out of the game there. But this last shot bounces. Unlucky. It is only a tier 7 TD. Now he's not being tempted to turn around and go for those artilleries or the low tier tank destroyer, the Hellcat, which has been spotted south. He's keeping his attention on where his team need damage to be done, which is in the middle of the map. Very throaty today, but we're getting there. Puts a shot into the AT. And that AT is just a big bundle of hit points waiting to be destroyed. So TimBob's moving up. You can see he's getting through his ammunition a bit there. He's down to 8 normal shells and 6 premium shells. But that's because he's putting so much damage into the enemy. Gets behind the AT-15. Nearly gets hit by both his own artillery and the enemy artillery, both the FVs. And he's just following this AT. Now the AT can't turn around and hurt him. But the AT can hurt those tanks that are in front of him. Put some more damage into him. He's down to 82 hit points. That should be all she wrote for the AT-15. And indeed it is. Now TimBob's still got a healthy amount of hit points left. He's still on 1100 health. And he's going back to turn his attention to that Tiger 1. That's the Tier 7 Tiger tank. Which, even though it's only a Tier 7, he's on full hit points, full health. Well, he was. But he's being very considerate to TimBob. He's presenting his side to him. So TimBob is saying, thank you very much. I'll take the side of your tank and send you back to the garage. If you can see him, slowly moving up. Got a shot, a very narrow shot between the houses, but that'll do. Picks up his 3rd kill. The score's now 10-8, a little bit more comfortable than it was a few minutes ago. With just the 2 Tier 6 tanks, a little artillery and a little light tank, as well as 2 heavy tanks to contend with. So TimBob's going straight for the T-29, or where the T-29 was last spotted. There he is. Puts a shot into him. Gets shot by the VK, but looks like VK is firing high explosive. He takes out the T-29. High explosive isn't going to do too much damage to the heavily armoured T-54 first prototype. I really think the VK was lucky to get 93 damage there in that shot. Tim takes him out of the game, picks up his 5th kill. He's 1 kill away from a top gun, but he's only got 2 premium rounds left. And the first one goes straight into the dirt. Luckily, one of the ISs takes him down. Can he pick up the top gun with the last shot? Unfortunately, no. Been a few of them today, the replays I've been recording. Great game from TimBob there in his T-54 Mod 1, or the T-54 first prototype, as we look on the post-game battle results. Unlucky not to get the top gun in the end, but he did pick up a mastery badge, spotter, for spotting all those different tanks that he saw going down the 1-2 line at the start of the game and then pushing. Bruiser, duelist, fighter and fire for effect, and of course the high caliber, which you pretty much always get if you pick up a mastery badge. Looking at the second page of the post-game battle results, 4,500, nearly 4,600 damage for his 5 kills, and that's what picked him up all those medals. Also did a healthy 1,232 spotting damage, which is no mean feat for a medium tank. Even though he was top tier, that's a massive amount of damage. Looking at the rest of the players, no one else broke 2,000 damage, quite a few below 1,000, and TimBob absolutely carried that match with his 4,500, and that's what gave him the 1,653 experience, 1,653 base experience. That's not with the double. It was obviously a triple weekend when he did this game, and got 10,000 experience for it, but the base experience is what you go by, 1,600. That is enormous, and a very healthy profit in a premium tank with a premium account. Even though he did fire some premium ammunition, he still took home 101,000 credits, 540. Massive game from TimBob in the T-54 Mod 1, first prototype. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much, Tim, for sending me that replay. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.